All right, it's time for the finals. We have reached this time in every project where we are getting to the very, very end. I know in the season it felt like the end, but this is definitely the end. We've got the Blue Jays, we've got the Mets. In real life, the Mets lost in the one-game playoff to the San Francisco Giants. The Blue Jays made it to the ALCS, only to lose in that one to the Cleveland Indians. So we end up here with, in our project, these two teams rose to the top. And that's what we have here, is a Toronto at Mets final. And, aside from maybe the Orioles, I don't know as you could really say that any of the other teams were fitting of that. But, let's go here first. I wanted to just take a minute and look at our brackets. And, here we are. We had the Mets defeating the Orioles. Why did this do that? Well, let's go ahead and fix this. See if we can do this a little differently. Here we go. So, we had the Mets defeating the Orioles 4-2. The Blue Jays took only 5 games to dispense of the Padres. So, we are at a point where we have the Mets and Blue Jays. Now, the Mets and Blue Jays both have their rotations in a little bit of a predicament. Not too much of one for Toronto, but for the Mets a little bit more. But it only means game one they're going to have to go with Robert Gesellman as their opening game pitcher for this final series. Syndergaard will be ready for game 2. The Blue Jays are going to have to line up with Stroman first, then J.A. Happ, then Marco Estrada in game 3, and then Aaron Sanchez for game 4. Which Estrada pitched game 1 in the ALCS, so I think this is okay. I gave 1 day of rest between the end of the Mets-Baltimore series and then this one here. So we're on July 9th. We need to find Citi Field weather for tonight. 10 means it's going to be neutral, so for the singles, I have 1s, and for the home runs, ballpark home runs, using super advanced Stratomatic, as we have for the whole project, it's 11s for both sides of the plate. And so we're ready to go with the Blue Jays taking the first time through the plate. Mets taking the field, and so the Blue Jays will have Devin Travis, basically the same lineup that they've been using for the most part. They flipped Saunders and Tulowitzki against the lefty, but here against Gesellman, the righty, it will be Travis, second base, leading off. Michael Saunders in left, batting second. Josh Donaldson, the third baseman, batting third. Edwin Encarnacion at first, cleaning up. Then fifth will be Troy Tulowitzki, the shortstop. Jose Bautista, who shown in the semifinal series, he's batting sixth and playing in right. Russell Martin, the catcher, batting seventh. And then eighth will be Kevin Pillar, the center fielder. And finally, since we are using the pitchers hitting with no DH in this particular project, it'll be Stroman with pitchers hitting card number 1. Gesellman also will have that card. So, let's go with the first batter, Devin Travis, facing Gesellman, and it's going to be a 5-9. Against a righty, and Gesellman gets the better of him. That's a strikeout. With 1 down, it's going to be Michael Saunders. 2-10. He hits it on the ground to second base. It's going to be Kelly Johnson getting the start at second here for the Mets. He throws to first, and that is second batter retired. 2 outs. Josh Donaldson, 3-12. And he's going to get a 2-out single right up the middle over the pitcher's head. And so that brings up Edwin Encarnacion with a runner on first. Not going to try stealing here. Gesellman decent at holding, and you've got Double E at the plate, and it is a 3-7. That's a fly ball to center. Is it going to be deep enough? No. It's going to be Granderson trailing it down and making the catch. And so a 0 for the Blue Jays on 1 hit, and that guy left. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Okay, so we are ready to roll here with the bottom of the inning. And for the Mets to face Stroman, who Stroman doesn't have the greatest of cards. He's a 4.37 ERA, 9-10 record on 32 starts. So not who you necessarily want to get out there to start, but it makes the sense that's probably who they would send out here in game 1 if they had to, with Estrada tired. You could send out Happ, but I think they would rather use the lefty in game 2. So Reyes third base leading off. Second will be Curtis Granderson in center, then Cespedes in left. Jay Bruce batting fourth and playing in right, as Drupal Cabrera is shortstop, batting fifth. Sixth will be James Loney, the first baseman, the lefty. Then Travis d'Arnaud back from injury catching. Kelly Johnson, left-handed second baseman. And then batting last will be Robert Gesellman. So Jose Reyes, 5'7", batting from the left side. He's going to draw a walk. So quick base runner right away. That'll be Granderson now. 4'10", lefty, fly ball to left. Underneath it will be Saunders. Takes a couple steps in and grabs it for the first out. Yoenis Cespedes, 3-5, and he hits it on the ground to short. Going to be a quick double play here. 6-4-3 is the scoring as it goes to Tulowitzki, to Travis, over to Encarnacion, and a quick first inning for these two pitchers. Okay, on to the second. Tulowitzki, 1-8. He's going to draw a walk, so no outs and a base runner on first. For Jose Bautista, had a good playoffs so far, a couple of clutch home runs to make a difference. 5-2 against a righty. Fly ball to center field, shallow. Going to be caught by Granderson. First out made. Russell Martin, 2-3. That's a ballpark single. Chance of 1 is the only one that will give a result, and that'll be a liner to short. Second out now. And Kevin Pillar, 4-5 righty, struck him out, and after the leadoff walk, the side is retired. No score. Okay, Jay Bruce, 1-9. This is a ballpark home run chance for Jay Bruce. 1-0. If it's 1-11, and it is gone. Leadoff home run makes it 1-0. So Mets on top already as Dribble Cabrera. 1-8, fly ball to center field. And Pillar runs it down. James Loney, 2-12, grounded to second base. Up with it is Travis in time to Encarnacion. d'Arnaud, 6'10", righty, grounder to the shortstop. Tulowitzki, 2, E12, so a 2 and 9, no problem there. Shortstop, E12, is a 15, a 3, or an 18, and it is a 12, so he makes the play, and the side is going to be retired. So 1 run, though, on the home run. 1-0. Okay, Blue Jays playing from behind. So here we go with Stroman leading off. That's a 3-8. That's a strikeout. So 1 away. Devin Travis struck out in the first, 1-10, and that's a single, so he will reach. Brings up Saunders. Saunders has, I don't know if he has gone yard yet. I don't remember him going yard much at all. 6'8", lefty, strikeout. He's been pretty quiet through this season for the most part. Josh Donaldson, 2 outs. 2-8. That is going to be a single, and it will be Travis holding up at second and not trying to test any arms, with Encarnacion coming up with and 2 outs. There we go. Edwin Encarnacion, 2 outs, runners first and second, 4'10", righty. That's a catcher X. d'Arnaud, 3, E1. 3 and 13 is going to be a passed ball potentially, although you do have to factor in his rating. Oh, and he's got what, E1? I think he escapes the error. 17 is the only one, and that's a 16, so no error. But now Darno is a 1-2 passed ball. Otherwise, it'll be a pop out to end, or a foul out, excuse me, and that will be fouled out and caught by Darno to end their half of the third inning. Get a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, but cannot bring them home, and will go to the home half. All right, Kelly Johnson, his first action in a few games here. See if he can come through 6-2. And he walks, so it's going to give Gesellman a chance to bunt, although he is a D bunter. Not very good, but anything basically 7 or below should be okay. And it is 7, so that will be a good sacrifice. It'll be right out in front to the pitcher. Throws to first in time, and these are upside down. That ain't going to help us. Jose Reyes. Looking for a RBI here. 6-3, batting from the left. Fly ball to center field. It'll be caught by Pilar. Not deep enough to advance the runner at all. So it's going to be Granderson with 2 outs. And the pitch, it's 4-9. Lefty is a fly ball to right. And Bautista is going to thankfully haul it in. And that leadoff walk doesn't burn them. Going to the 4th, still 1-0. Metropolitans. Trying to pick up the cards. Pick up the pieces. Pick up the pieces. I could do a little bit of singing here because I ain't making any. No, never mind. I'm not thinking straight. Tulowitzki. 3-3, that's going to be a ballpark single chance, and it's going to not be a 1. That's not going to be a single. So liner to short, 1 out. Cabrera, his counterpart, makes the catch. Bautista, 4-7 righty. And he's going to single. So Bautista gets on, 1 for 2. Continue his hot hitting. And now Russell Martin, 5-5 righty. Grounder to shortstop, could be 2. With the righty, he will stay a 3-E8, a 3, and a 16. He definitely will be able to get to that and get it to second, and then it'll turn 2, and that will be it for the Blue Jays in the top of the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Going to the bottom, still 1-0. Now Cespedes. Then Bruce and Cabrera. 4-6 righty is a single, and so Cespedes aboard. And I did it again. Some of these cards have gone just straight upside down. Okay. Bruce, 4-8. So Bruce already hit a home run in this one. 4-8 lefty. And he's going to collect a double here most likely. 1-17. Sure enough, Cespedes will have to hold up at third. First and third, nobody out. Glorious opportunity here for New York. And they're going to play with the court. Well, they'll play with the infield at double play depth. They'll give up that run to get 2 outs. 5-9 batting from the left. That's a strikeout. That will help. Now they can definitely play with the infield double play depth and hope for a ground ball A from James Loney, who is prone to get them. 6-8 lefty, 1-7 single. Otherwise, this would not get turn 2. This is a ground ball B. So 1-7 would be a single and score anyway. And it's a 4, so it will be a single. Without question, in comes Cespedes, 2-0. To second goes Bruce. And now a 2-run lead with d'Arnaud at the plate, first and second, 1 out, 110. Ground ball to the pitcher, but it's not going to be. It's going to be a line shot most likely, and definitely caught there by the shortstop. If we were playing advanced, it would be the ground ball to the pitcher. So now 2 outs, first and second, 5-6 lefty. That's a ground ball to second, and fortunately for Stroman, he misses the 2-5 or the 5-5 and the 5-7. But 1 run does score on 3 hits. Stroman losing a little bit of his stuff here in that inning. Getting touched up a tad. And now we're going to the 5th. Kevin Pillar. 1-5, struck him out. Stroman, man, you got to think about taking him out of the game here if they could use. But that's going to be another strikeout on another 1-5. Thought I shook him up pretty well, but Devin Travis now, we will definitely make sure they get stirred up. 2-6, fly ball to center, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Gesellman, as he has a pretty good card in Stratomatic for this 2016 season. We're going bottom of the 5th, and it will be Gesellman up first, 6-8. He's batting from the right, 1-3 single, and it's a 5. Fortunately for Toronto, Donaldson is able to corral that one and throw it to first. Nobody on. I didn't need to roll that. Reyes, 6-4. Lefty, fly ball to center. Pillar, 1 and 12. He gets to it, E7. If it's a 3, 4, 15, or 17, or 18, it's a problem, and he's going to make the catch. And with 2 outs now, it will be Curtis Granderson. 5-7 lefty. He draws a walk. Not going to try stealing with Granderson. Cespedes now. 2 outs and a runner on first. 4-8 righty. And that's going to be a 1 or 2 triple. Otherwise, a single. It's going to be first and third. Not Stroman's inning of weakness, but we're getting to the point where you almost can't put up with him anymore. 2 outs. Jay Bruce at the plate, first and third. 2 down. 4-8 again against the lefty. We got a same roll. It's going to be another guess he had a single before. This is a double, so I'm going to have to check something, but let's just go with it here. So 2-base advance for Cespedes and second and third, and 2 outs, 3-0 Mets. I'm not sure, maybe Bruce should have scored a run there before. That's a strikeout for Cabrera to end the inning. But another singlet there, and we'll be right back. Okay, so before we continue here, I just want to say this was a double for Bruce. I'm probably going to get somebody who notices this and comments about that. Fortunately, the way that things worked out, now granted, I was saying about playing with back, and it wouldn't have been effect if he had a double, but in any case, the strikeout doesn't matter. The singles, actually, let me see, yeah, so the single does score, and then there's a line out and then a grounder, so everything pretty much works out the way it's supposed to. No problems there. Going to the 6th, and Gesellman pitching strong. He's going to face Saunders. It's a 5-6 lefty, and it's a strikeout. Gesellman's card is pretty rough, and if you're just hitting pitcher's card. 2-6, though, is going to be a 1-3 triple. That's a real slim opportunity, and it's an 8, so it'll be a fly ball caught in center by Granderson. 2 outs. So they get a hitter's card roll, but it's not favorable. Now Encarnacion, 3-6. He draws a walk. Brings up Tulowitzki, who does have power. And a potential balk or passed ball. It would be a passed ball chance. We already remember that he was a 1-2 d'Arnaud, and so we don't get it. Now Tulowitzki continues his at bat, 2-10, and he hits a pop up and is going to be caught by the shortstop Cabrera. And that is it for top of the 6th. And Selman's card is kind of tough. Kind of tough. It makes it tough to use him because I don't think, I don't know. It would have been interesting to know what he would have done in the playoffs. So, Loney. This will be Stroman's last guy. 4-7 lefty is a strikeout. Hasn't reached his inning of weakness. This is the inning of weakness. But otherwise, so 6-8 righty. 1-3 single again. Got to avoid that, and he gets a 4, so he does. Grounder to Donaldson. Throws to first. Not a problem. 2 outs. 1-9. Strikes out Johnson. And a good 1-2-3 inning there for Stroman before we go to the 7th. So the Blue Jays are going to have to start looking at their bullpen. They will have Cecil and Jason Grilly. Depending on, let's see, who is it going to be? I guess we'll have to decide. Probably go with Grilly, which might, although, you know what, I think we will go with Cecil. They got guys that I think are better hitting lefties at the top of the order, so. But then you got Cespedes, so it's tough to tell. Gesellman, I guess we're going to stick with him. The Mets will get up Hansel Robles just as an insurance policy here. Jose Bautista 1-7, a 1-5 single. Doesn't come up with it. Grounded to first. U3 on the scoring, 1 out. Russell Martin, 6-3 righty. Ballpark single again. A 1 is the only result that gets a single, so that'll be a liner to short. And Kevin Pillar, 6-9 righty is a walk. And that brings up the pitcher's spot. And they're going to have Justin Smoke take a crack at this, see if they can get themselves back in the game with a big swing of the bat here. Top of the 7th, excuse me. 3-0 Mets. Runner on first, 2 outs. Justin Smoke, switch hitter at the plate. 2-4, and the ballpark single, 2-2, 2-10 would have been okay. This is, again, it's going to need a 1, and it's not going to get it, so a liner to the second baseman, and Gesellman goes 7 strong, 7th inning stretch here. Still a shutout going for the Mets. Addison Reed is going to warm up for the 8th. Gesellman is going to be done because he has to pinch hit. They will bring in Brett Cecil. They'll keep Grilly warming up for the possibility that they need him against some right-handed hitting, although then you got Bruce after that. But here we go with Brett Cecil. And, of course, you need a pinch hitter for the Mets. And we like Wilmer Flores in that role. Good on-base kind of guy. Against a lefty, 3-5. That's a grounder to short. Up with it, Tulowitzki throws and nabs him just by a bit. And I just lost all of my bullpen for Toronto over there on the side. Okay, so Jose Reyes now. 2-2. That's a pop out. Going to be caught by Tulowitzki for the second out there. And now Granderson, 5-6 lefty. That's going to be a 2-out single. He's reached twice out of 4. Cecil Port holding. Granderson gets if he gets a 6, he can try stealing here. Gets an 8, so he's just going to hold tight. With Cespedes in, the Blue Jays are going to make the move to Grilly. So Grilly, runner at first, It's 2 away. 4-7 against a righty, and that's a strikeout. That's a walk. Sorry, I looked at the wrong part of the card. And now it's Jay Bruce, and now the Blue Jays are sold on this move. Martin a 1-3, not a passed ball. So Bruce, 2 outs, 6-5 lefty, grounder to Tulowitzki, 2-5. He does barely get to it. E12 and a 13. He should make the play there. I'm just going to double check. Yes, he does. And that will be it. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Off to the 8th. It'll be Addison Reed looking to hold for Juris Familia. Selman with 7 strong innings of pitching. Scattered, looks like 4 hits. And now, Devin Travis, leading off against Reed, 2-5, struck him out. Saunders, they need to get something going. Can do something here. 5-4 lefty, a grounder to third base. Reyes, 2 E20, maybe an error. 2 and 18, no problem with that. Now the E20, 11, 14, or 15. It's a 10. He makes the play. 5-3. Now 2 away for Josh Donaldson, and 2-10. A ballpark home run. 1-11. Can they get lucky here and draw within 2? They do. Donaldson puts it out over the fence, and it's 3-1 now. I'm about ready to say Addison Reed with a 1-2-3 inning, but then Donaldson comes in now. Can Encarnacion do it too? 3-4, grounded to short. Nope. Cabrera throws to first for the out. Now going to have Biagini come in here for an inning. Try and keep this a 2-run deficit. Really went a third of an inning. And now Cabrera will face the righty Biagini here, 2-8, and that's going to be a pop-up. Travis calls everybody off and squeezes, and now Loney at the plate, 6-7 lefty. A grounder to Travis. He is a 2 E19, a 2 and 11, no problem there. E19, 6, 15, 17, 3, or 8. And he makes the play on a 9, so 4-3 is the scoring. And now Darno, 2-5, grounded to short, Tulowitzki. Gives it the old heave-ho, and we're going to go to the 9th. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Biagini, and Joris Familia is going to come in here, try to get his, I believe it's his 3rd save of the project, but I could be wrong about that. I'll have to look at that in a second. So I forget what I said, but he is vying for his 3rd save here as he comes in to face Tulowitzki. Bautista. If Tulowitzki gets on, Bautista has been hot and has gone yard a couple times here, and then you got Martin after that. So Tulowitzki leading off against Familia. 2-6, and he's going to ground it right back to Juris, and he throws to first in time for the first out. Jose Bautista now. 2-5. He's going to draw a walk. Not the best result there. Russell Martin, at least for Mets fans. They're going to let Bautista take second on defensive indifference. Martin, 5-3 righty. Grounder back to Familia, 4E0. It is a 4 and a 4, that's going to be a single, 1 base advance. Not the way you draw. Well, you know what? Let's double check. Oh, he's an E0. Is there a rare play? No. So, Kevin Pillar, 2 on and 1 out. They're going to play with the infield. A double play. They will give up the run to make it 3-2 in order to get an out and possibly get both of them. Pillar, but Pillar is fast. Let's see what happens. 6-8 righty strikes him out. 2 away. Pinch hitter, and the Blue Jays have Carrera, Upton, Goins, Barney, Navarro, and they are going to choose. So smoke has already been used. There's no real advantage from a. They are going to go with. They're going to go with Deoner Navarro, the backup catcher. No, they aren't. They did not call it. They're going to make a switch here. They're going to use Carrera, and the one swing of the bat thing doesn't necessarily seem the greatest. What they would like to do is keep this and get it to Travis, who is. If they could just turn this over here in the 9th. So here we go with 2 outs in the 9th. It's going to be Carrera, the lefty, facing Familia. 2 outs. Can they get it? First and third. Infield all the way back. Everybody playing safe. 3-2. Hit by a pitch. To load the bases. And that brings up Devin Travis. 3-1, excuse me. 3-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Devin Travis up. Can he deliver? And he does have the 3-3 clutch roll here. And the 2-7. Can he do it? 4-4 righty. Ballpark single. Needs a 1 to score the first run of the inning and to keep this game alive. It's a 7, and it's going to be caught. Going to be a liner, caught by shortstop Cabrera, and that is it. A little bit of a tense 9th inning there for Familia. 3-1 is your final here from Citi Field. The Mets take Game 1 and lead the series 1-0, thanks in large part to a great pitching outing from Robert Gesellman. We'll be back for the totals in a second. All right, so the Mets take Game 1 by a final of 3-1. Mets 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors, 7 left. The Blue Jays 1 run on 6 hits, 9 left on base, no errors. The win to Gesellman, his 2nd win of the postseason. The loss goes to Stroman. That's his first decision. It's a loss. And Joris Familia with his 3rd save. Josh Donaldson gets his 2nd dinger to bring it to 3-1. Unfortunately for him, he was met by Jay Bruce with a home run early in the game, his 3rd of the postseason. And the Mets were able to also pick up a couple of other runs, one on a James Loney single, as well as a double by Jay Bruce. So a couple of RBI for Bruce in this one. He is definitely the Game 1 hero for the Mets. Game 2 will be Syndergaard pitching for the Mets against J. Happ for the Blue Jays. One last programming note here. I am going to be restarting my previous channel. It's been there, but it's just been dormant for a long time. I would really like to try and get that channel back up and running in full. So I'm going to be concentrating my efforts on doing that. So, by the way, if you see this here, that is one of my kids giving me a dirty look. So, but anyway, I just noticed that looking over my shoulder. So, looking forward to getting back to Tenacious Sports is going to be the name of it. I kind of released the announcement tonight over on that channel. If you like my stuff here but are not subscribed to Tenacious Sports, it was previously known as Tenacious Strat. As you can tell from this project, I play Strat quite a bit. I started that channel with Advanced Stratomatic, the first Tenacious Baseball League, but that's where you're going to find, for the foreseeable future, my videos posted, including the Tenacious Golf Tour, more of the Nine-Acious Football League. The next baseball project will be over there. I would really like to get that channel back to a point where it's cranking out stuff and, you know, helping people, because there's already some stuff there to begin with, and it's a little bit of a fresh start for the channel, and just to give me a little bit renewed energy. So and just all I can say with Tabletop Earl is he will be back here, I believe, pretty soon. I really, the last thing I want to do is put a lot of pressure on him to get back. We all do this as hobbies, and so I do thank him so much for all the time we've spent here as partners on this channel, and I would suspect I will eventually be back here at some point doing some stuff, maybe when he needs another break, or who knows. But at least for the time being, I'm excited about trying to get Tenacious Sports back and growing in a way that is meaningful to me, and kind of like reestablishes sort of my autonomous, separate identity. So we'll see how it goes. But this will finish here. This particular playoff series will finish here on Tabletop Baseball Plus. So till Game 2, we'll see you around, and hang in there. Hit like, hit subscribe. If you want to share the video, have at it. Mets win, lead 1-0. We will see you soon back here on Tabletop Baseball Plus.